What's up, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. We are fired up because we've got some cool things to share with you. And the title of this was the fastest way to get to 1,000 subscribers in 4,000 watch hours. And we literally have someone in our class that this just happened to in about 2 days. So we're going to talk about that. But we're also going to be sharing with you what that formula looks like. And really, I think the thing is we have to understand that, yes, we can keep chipping at it. We can keep chipping away, which is definitely what you want to do. You want to get those reps in, but there is something to it if you can strategically try to reverse engineer what has gone, what we call micro viral. And that's really what we're going to be talking about here today. And also, I should say this, we're going to be actually this weekend, Scotty and I are meeting privately, but now we're actually inviting people to come join us, where we're looking at some of our top performing videos, the ones that have gotten over 100,000 views, the ones that have gotten over 3,000 subscribers. And we're like, you know what? Let's sit down. Let's unpack these. Let's look at the topic. Let's look at the title. Let's look at the thumbnail. Let's look at the intro. Let's look at the retention. Let's look at all of that. And let's go ahead and try to create our next micro viral video and be intentional about it. Now, the cool thing is we just had someone in our class this week, literally the beginning of this week, I got an email from her and she had a video that went micro viral and it went quicker than anyone that we've had so far. And we're going to talk about the ins and outs of all of that stuff. But I did want to invite you guys, if you're interested in joining us this weekend. This is like a last minute thing. It's going to be raw. It's not going to be edited. It's going to be just Scotty and I rolling up our sleeves, opening up our laptops, our computers, and diving into our analytics, and also diving into a couple of our students and their videos that went micro viral. And then what we're going to do is you're going to be able to listen to us brainstorm through this process, digging through our analytics, our students' analytics, and coming up with our next attempt at a micro viral video, trying to do it strategically and also intentionally. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and just in the comments, comment micro. All right. Just put micro in the comments and we'll send you the details. All right. Now, we don't plan on doing this again. This is, like I said, a last minute thing. If you do grab a ticket, we will give you the recording if you can't make it, but this isn't something that we're going to do and then we're going to go ahead and resell it later and make a big deal out of it. This is just Scotty and I getting together and figuring, you know what? It might be useful for you to sit in on this and maybe map out your micro viral video that could take you from struggling to get subscribers to getting an influx of subscriber, getting your watch time hours up and all of that stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing. And also, if you want, in the description, we might have a link in there by the time that you're watching this, depending. But if you want to get the info, just go to the description or go to, or just put micro in the comments. So Scotty, I'm fired up. Like you just said before we got on here, you go, man, we got a lot of wins this week. And I'm like, yeah. And they're not even our wins, which I feel like they are ours because we're all a group. Like our community is a group, and it's just phenomenal.
Yeah, it's been amazing. I mean, the week started with a bang with the one we're about to talk about in a little bit, right? Actually, which is a lead up. Last week we had a bang, right? Which talking about Blaze, right? Yep. And then again, another one of our students that he's been with us since he's a OG actually, and just had one of his huge videos. That video's over 400,000 views. Yeah, and he went from when he started with us about probably 5 months ago, he had under 200 subscribers. He's now approaching 20,000 subscribers, mainly driving from this one video that just happened. He posted 13 days ago. And now this other lady doing it, right? In our new, in the 1K collective, that is a new student, took her thing over. And then we have that. And then today, I swear we had 2 or 3 people in our group that are just saying, hey, just had a win for my channel, a big win for my channel. Like, they're all just starting to flood in right now. And I think this is a great time, just for everyone right now, growing these small channels and, following the right process.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. And I mean, like these ones that we're talking about are like massive wins, but we've got something like we've got one guy, Jeff, who is he's in our 1K collective, and he was on our last coaching call, and we talked a little bit about, you know, like what to do, like what to tweak. And he just reported today, and actually I noticed this myself because I'm always checking in. He was over, I believe it was 600 or 700 views. And for his channel, that was high. But then we checked back in, he's over 3,600 views. And that's his highest video. And it's climbing. He's getting like 50, 60 views per hour. So guys, I'm telling you right now, if we can strategically, and I'm not saying go viral, that's not what we're saying. If you get a video, and in my eyes, going viral is 1 million plus. If you get anything under 1 million, I call that microviral. But a microviral video could be 30,000 views. Okay. We've got another student of ours, Becca, who she posted, she had about 200-300 subscribers, and she had a video pop and it got 30,000 views. And it, I believe it got her to monetization. It got her over 1,500 subscribers. It got her 4,000 watch hours from one video. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys, but I'm also excited for this weekend because we're calling it the Micro Viral Weekend. And this is where Scotty and I are going to show up just like this, but we're going to open up our dashboard. We're going to dig into all the analytics. So if you are interested, just comment micro, or you can check the description. There should be a link there. But I will say this, if you are watching this later on a replay, you can still go there, but it won't be for sale because we're not going to record it with the intent to sell it. We are going to be charging to attend this because we want people to have skin in the game. And Scotty and I are going to be spending a couple hours with you, and we're going to make it available so you can ask us questions. We'll also help you if you have any questions about, like, maybe this is a good idea for going micro viral in your niche. So that's the idea. And the other idea is we want to get more wins from our students. And if you join us this weekend, you're technically going to be one of the students. So that's what we want for you guys. All right. So you got something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what I love about it is it's kind of like you're able to be a fly on the wall, right? And you kind of get to see like the behind the scenes of what goes into our prep throughout the week of what we're doing to, you know, find these microviral videos. And now it's even more in depth. I mean, this is what we do kind of on the regular when we're breaking down analytics and stuff, but we're going to go super in depth and kind of just seeing patterns, seeing trends of what's going on with all of our videos, other videos, right? Outliers, why they're doing good. And it's just deep dive into it, which, I mean, I can't speak because I haven't seen everyone, but I haven't seen really anyone else do this. And this is what I'm super excited about, because I know a lot of people are always like, you know, how do you do this? How do you come up with the title? How do you do, like, all that? You're going to get to see all that and literally be like, again, like a fly on the wall.
Yeah. So let's do this real quick. Okay. Cause I do have some points that I want to make here, and I want people to walk away with something tangible today. All right. Let us know though in the comments. Are you currently right now, are you at 1,000 subscribers or more, or are you under 1,000 subscribers? Let us know that in the comments. I'd be curious to know. All right. So let me do this real quick. I'm going to share my screen. And what I want to do here, guys, this is one of our videos, and this video and this is one video we're going to be digging into. Okay. We're going to be diving super, super deep. We just crossed 200,000 subscribers, or I'm sorry, views on this, over almost 11,000 watch time hours, 6,400 subscribers. And because we were already monetized, it's made $1,209.01. Okay. Now, the other thing that a lot of people don't know about this video, this is also added, oh gosh, I'd have to look at the comments, but this is added probably minimum of 500 to 1,000 email subscribers.
Oh yeah, easy.
Okay. So, because that's another part of our strategy, but we're not talking about that right now. This is what's on the surface, and you can see it. Now, the other thing I want to draw your attention to though, is on the right-hand side there where it says real time. You can see that's updating. It keeps flashing. Okay, 3,296 views in the last 48 hours. This video was posted January 28th. Okay, it's still getting views. And look where they're coming from. Browse.
You don't even see search yet.
You don't even see search. And so what I want you to understand is, and this is what we're doing, guys. Like, we're literally, now not all of our videos have done this, as you know. But we are going, like Scotty said the other day, he's like, we got to sit down, we got to pull this data apart, and we got to figure out, how can we replicate this? How can we replicate this? Not that every video is going to do this, but how can we increase our chances? And I said, you know what? We got to sit down and we got to just look at our top 4 videos and pull them apart. Yep. And now that we've got some of our students, we're going to pull some of theirs apart. But right here, I just want to say, one of the things and one of the reasons this worked, not even looking at the data, okay? Not even looking at the data right now. But the one thing that has made this work is the title, the packaging of the thumbnail, and the other piece is the retention. Those are the 3 things that we're always looking at. Now, we do look at that pretty regularly, but we're going to be diving deeper into, we're going to watch the intro again and like nitpick it and go, okay, why did that work so well? Okay, what was the topic? Can we create this similar video, but just coming from it from a different angle? Can we replicate the thumbnail to have the same impact that this one had, and really dissect that? And so you're going to see this in real time if you join us. If you don't join us, that's fine. Listen to what I'm saying right now. Title, thumbnail, intro. That's it. If you don't have that, no one is going to watch the rest of your video. Now, if you get that right and you get in that algorithm, like right now, the algorithm is still pushing this thing. Like, let me go over here real quick. Okay, if I hover over here, 86 views in the last hour, 90 here, 102 here, 86, 94. Okay, and guys, this is just happening on the regular. On the regular. And if I go to comments, you're going to probably see a bunch of comments that came in that we haven't even responded to yet. 9 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. Look at these people want the hooks. Look, hooks. Okay. So guys, this here is powerful stuff. Super powerful. Here's another one we're going to be looking at right here. This one here got 134,000 views, 6,900 watch time hours, 3,600 subscribers, and $721.23. Again, we're going to be breaking this apart. But what does this have? Why did this work? It had a good title, it had a good thumbnail, and had a good intro. Yes, the content was good. People subscribed because the content was good. People think that you got to ask for subscribers. You don't. What you got to do is you got to deliver on the promise. And that's what we always try to do. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. But just so you guys can have something to walk away from, I want you to think about packaging. Title, thumbnail, intro. That's the wrapper that goes around your video. And I would even argue, forget about what happens. And not that I don't want you to think about what happens after 3 minutes, but after 3 minutes, don't necessarily worry about that right now. Worry about getting someone to watch 3 minutes. And then if you do that, they're probably going to stick around. And if they do, the algorithm is going to reward you. Scotty, what do you want to add to that?
No, I'm with you. Here's the thing too. I'm already getting excited just like talking about this because I'm so obsessed with analytics. And here's the thing. I want you guys to understand this too, is the process of like figuring it out. And it's truly like, I know it sucks like when you're not getting a lot of views. Trust me, I know. And if you don't think I know, go to the beginning of our videos we post on this channel. You're going to see the videos I posted. Yeah. When we did shorts, we did 15 shorts on this channel. Then we stopped. Go check those out and look at the results we were getting. Terrible. We might have got 20 views for the week. For the week. Okay. So I know how it is to not have a lot of views. Here's the thing. We were always trying to figure it out. We were always trying to take different angles. Now, did we already have like experience from building another channel? Absolutely. But starting over, you still have to figure out what's going to work for that niche. It's a totally different niche. It's going to be a different way to hit the algorithm, right? So I want you to fall in love with breaking down your videos, other videos in your niche, the analytics, right? Fall in love with that because in one of our students just put this actually today because they just had their first video, one of the highest on their channel. I think it's over 3,000. They're all in the farm niche, like farming niche.
That's right. I forgot about that one.
That's what I'm saying. That just came in. Yeah. But for their video, right? One of the things they said that really helped them, and then they were helping other people in our class as well, is they were saying, I just took so much time to break down the analytics and understand it after we went through our class. And now it makes sense. So now when I'm going into my videos, I know what the analytics actually mean. Because I think a lot of people like look at the surface of analytics, but they don't really understand what it means. Like when we talk about impressions, right? Well, what does impressions even mean? Where does that come from, right? Title has to do with impressions, right? So a better title using these outlier titles helps you get better impressions. Speaking of, I'm going to put my little shameless plug in here. If you guys don't have the hooks document already, we have 10 free outlier titles that we have handpicked that we've used. People use them, and again, it's free. People have used them just from the free template, and they've had microviral videos. Not guaranteeing you're going to get one, but I mean, you have a good chance. Why not, right?
Hey, Scotty, I'm just going to call a timeout real quick. Remind me. So if you guys stick around, okay, I'm going to put a little teaser in here for you. I literally just replied to someone that downloaded the hooks. They messaged me and they go, these are great, but they won't work for my niche. And you know what I did? I blasted off 2 titles that they could use. I'll share those with you guys.
Yes, please.
Okay, I will share those. I literally looked at our 10 titles that are outlier titles that have worked, that have gotten hundreds of thousands of views. And I plugged in what she said would not work. And I did 2 different examples. So let me know, guys, in the comments, do you want to see those 2 titles?
And actually, I'm going to piggyback off what you just said. So going back to the guy I was talking about that's in the farm niche that he had his first video kind of take off. It's over 3,000 right now, posted a couple days ago. And it's the second biggest video on his channel, right? And he's had his channel for probably 3 years. Now, that video, okay, or sorry, going back to analytics of it, right? And like learning the analytics. The titles, he was actually telling us, he was like, I love the titles. I just don't know how I can incorporate that because I'm in more of a vlog kind of style of it, right?
Yep.
So now he's in our 1K collective, which it is currently closed right now, but we will be opening that up probably in maybe 4 weeks. And in that, okay, in the class, we were able to literally show him exactly how I would do it, right? And I also did an audit for him, so I was able to show him on the channel, right? Well, he did it, and now the video worked. Okay, so like, yes, you can. It doesn't matter what niche you're in. We have people in our class too that are faceless, that are AI, that are all of this. It doesn't matter. It still works, and there's still ways that you can apply it and put it in there. So yes, I'm glad you're going to bring that up. Can we do that later? But going back to what we're talking about, the analytics, once you learn exactly how the analytics work, it makes it easier to understand what is wrong with your videos, why it's not getting impressions, why the click-through rate is bad, why the retention isn't good, right? It makes more sense. Not enough, like, I'm going to say gurus, but not enough people, coaches on YouTube, wherever, really break it down and talk about it. Right. And I hope you guys know if you've been on our channel already. If you haven't been, then, welcome. But check some of our videos out. We are totally transparent with everything. We're going to tell you, just like this live right now, like you're here for this live and we're breaking down actual analytics and kind of showing you how everything works. You don't get that a lot on YouTube. Right. So that's one thing. Once you get that and fall in love with it, it's going to be so much easier and more enjoyable as well when you get those wins, because you're going to be like, I know why I got the win. Right? I know I got more impressions because the title was better. I know my click-through rate was better because my thumbnail was a scroll stopper, right? So breaking those things down, and you guys are just going to ultimately, I'm telling you, you're going to fall in love with the process. It makes it 10 times easier, and then that's when your videos start taking off.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. So I just want to look at the comments real quick. And yeah, I've seen a bunch of
people. I want to highlight Matt real quick.
Yep.
Matt said, hi, everyone. I'm a brand new student of Scott and Scotty's, and I've already seen improvement in my video analytics, impression views, click-through rates, average view duration, etc. Love it, Matt. Appreciate it, Matt. And man, we want to see more wins, dude.
For sure. I think Matt's the piano.
Yes.
Piano player. Yeah. Yeah. No, he's going to do great. Okay. I'm just loading up some stuff for you guys. That's what I'm doing here.
I'm sorry. I know that you probably saw a lot of comments coming in. I have not been able to get through all those guys. I appreciate everything.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do this real quick. Okay. We already talked about like what makes a video pop. Now, does that mean every video is going to pop? No. And if you're brand new to like outlier titles, that's our bread and butter. Like that's what we go off of. And basically what we're looking for, and this is what Scotty's really good at, and he spends a lot of his time and he gives a lot of these to our students. And basically what he's doing is he's looking for low number of subscribers, high view count. All right. So low subscribers. Let's say that someone has 1,000 subscribers, but they have a video that got 30,000 views. That's an outlier title. So then what we would want to do is either, if that's within our niche, we want to plug it in, or we want to take that and we call it like a crossover strategy where we'll take that and then we'll adapt it. And that's a lot of times what we're doing with our own hooks that we're giving away in that swipe file, which, by the way, if you want that, just comment hooks and we'll send you a copy, or just look in the description. It might be there depending on when you're watching this. But let me share this real quick. Okay. I'm going to show you hook number 2 that we give away. So let's go ahead and I'm going to share this instead. So can you see that right now, Scotty?
Not yet.
Can't see that yet, huh?
Here. There we go.
There you go. Okay, cool. All right. So right now, this is the hook. Okay. And this is the one that I gave to her, and I'll share with you what the examples were. So the hook was YouTube changed my life with less than 1,000 subscribers. You guys probably have already seen that. It's worked very well. A lot of people have used it. Okay. So here's the template. Niche, activity, interest, changed my life with false belief. So here's an example. Vegan eating changed my life without starving myself. Lifting weights changed my life without spending hours in the gym. Now, this was one that I did for my other channel, Brand Creators. Selling on Etsy changed my life with less than 50 products. Okay, because everyone thinks you got to have a lot of products. You don't. Here, people think you got to spend hours in the gym. Here, it's saying you don't. Vegan eating changed my life without starving. People think, oh, you're going vegan, you're not going to be full. Okay, so we're kind of going back and forth with that. That's why this works. Again, guys, if you want this, you don't even have to download the guide. I'm giving it to you right here. All right, but if you want 9 more of these on that guide, then go ahead and put hooks in the comments, and we'll send it to you. Now, let me go to the email, and then I'll show you what I plugged in for her. Now she said these don't work for me because I'm in the cooking niche, organization, like lifestyle, like home, like decor, like I'm kind of doing that stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. So let me share with you this one. So this here, I just said, hey, Tracy, I bet they could, because she said, I don't think they'll work. And then I just said, you just have to be creative with making them work. So here's what I came up with. My closet organization hack changed my life without throwing out clothes. My low carb keto chicken parm recipe changed my life without losing flavor. Because people think low carb, you can't have chicken parm. It's gonna lose flavor, right? So that instead of just thinking like how to create good chicken parm or my chicken parm recipe, right? You got to think different than that. It's got to be like, my closet organization hack. Okay. It's a hack, right? Changed my life because your closet was, a mess, and in the morning, it took you longer to get to work and blah, blah, blah. Right. And then it's like, and guess what? You didn't have to throw out all your clothes. You got to keep them. Because people think you got to clean your closet out. You got to throw a whole bunch of stuff out. Nope. Did it without throwing out clothes. Do you see what we did there? And that took me literally 2 minutes. I go, oh, okay, I'm going to actually do this because I want to show her that it's valuable and that you can do this. But so many people are limited because they think that their niche doesn't support a title like this. It does. So hopefully that showed you an example there of that. And just to go to show you, I'm going to show you this one right here. This little screenshot. This is actually a lot higher right now. I think it's 130,000. This was the
over 130.
Yeah, this screenshot was the one sent by one of our new students, Carrie, and she used a title that we recommended, and actually one of our other students had used, and then we got it from them. So that's the other cool thing is, guys, when we're inside of our 1K Collective and our Creator Video Lab, we actually share titles, outlier titles. Like we might have some, but then they might make their own version, and then we come in and we share it. Well, he shared the title. We went ahead and used it. She used it. And then boom, she had a video pop. All right. And it's still getting views. This screenshot, look at this, 118,100 views, 8,900 watch time hours, and 3,600 subscribers in 2 days. Okay. Actually, it's showing here almost 3 days. So she sent me this a day after she had sent me the original one. I think when she first sent me, it was like 111,000. But in 3 days, guys. So this is what we're trying to say. Like, your channel can blow up with a micro viral video. This does not have to be 1 million views, as you can see right here. And this is one of the videos we're going to be breaking down also this weekend on our micro viral weekend, where Scotty and I are just going to be getting together. We're going to be diving into our own analytics, and we're going to be coming up with our next micro video or viral video attempts, because we're not guaranteeing this is going to work, but we're going to look and see what worked, and we're going to replicate it, and we're going to try to repeat it. And you're going to watch us actually brainstorm, plan, research, the whole 9 yards. If you're interested in joining us, put micro in the comments. We'll send you the details. And if you are watching this later, it might be in the description, so you can check that. And if you're watching this after Saturday, you can still go there, but it will not be available. So you can go there. There might be a wait list or something like that for another workshop that we do, but we won't be planning to do this one again. This is just something random that we figured we'd do and let people kind of sit in on. So if you're interested, definitely we'd love to have you. And yeah, it's just us going to be planning out a micro viral video, and we're going to be doing it on the weekend. So we'd love to have you. Any questions, Scotty, on this before we move on?
Someone did ask, they said, okay, here's another one. How does it work for kids animation channel, nursery songs, etc.? Again, it's just all come down to being creative with how you're going to insert everything. You can still do it with songs and stuff. And I looked at your channel because you do more like biblical songs and stuff. Totally fine. Like, you just got to be creative. So here, I'm going to give you one real quick. Okay. So I'll give you a little thing. So sometimes in the morning on a Saturday, I like to listen to some music from usually like on YouTube that has like a nice aesthetic.
Yeah,
right.
Me too.
So it's like house music or something. Right. So there's some titles in there that are pretty good that I get ideas from. Right. And then I make them better, or I would make them better. Right. So for you, like, here's one right here. This is about house music, but the chill house mix you didn't know you needed this morning. So you could easily change that into something for that, like the Psalm. Well, let's see. Let me look at your channel real quick. I know you did one on Peekaboo song for toddlers. So the toddler Peekaboo song you didn't know you needed this morning, like something like that. You just input it right there where the niche would be, or the type of music or whatever, and then you use it. Now that one is inside of the niche, so that one probably will perform better than one that's outside of the niche, like a crossover. Doesn't mean crossover ones don't do it, because obviously we've had ones that go crazy, but you have a higher chance earlier on. So that's how, again, when a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know how to do it, it's as simple as just inputting your niche and getting creative. And if you're struggling with that, the other thing you can do, okay, right now we have AI, guys. AI is available. Now, I don't live and die by AI, because I still believe it's not 100% there yet. I still think there's some flaws with it. But what I would do is I would take the outlier title that you have, that you get from the hooks or wherever. I take that and say, I want you to add in my niche of nursery rhymes. And then you put that in there and say, keep the same format. So it's the same exact line. It's just going to input it for you. And then even though you might not use it word for word, it's going to give you ideas. You're going to be like, oh, that's a good word to put in there. Yeah. So it's more of inspiration rather than like word for word, but you're going to get some inspiration out of that. And honestly, that's going to also help you as well. But you need that outlier title first before you do anything else. Because like I said, AI is not there yet to really understand what outlier titles are or any of that. So it's like, you got to find those. And again, if you don't have the hooks document, comment hooks, we'll send it to you. Take one of those and then just input what it is, nursery rhymes, Peekaboo songs, like any of those, put it in there. And then the great thing with this is too, not enough people have capitalized on this, because obviously, I mean, we're new on the scene, quote unquote, like teaching this. No one's really doing this. So you're going to stand out from a lot of people. And that's why a lot of our students are doing really well, because they're standing out in their niche, because no one's doing this. Everyone else is doing how to do this, best song, four tips. It's all the back in 2016.
It's generic. Yeah.
Yeah, generic YouTube videos.
Okay, I want to address something real quick. Wood Hippie says, do I have to pay to promote my video short to get views I'm wanting? And then Todd had come in and said, I'll let this channel tell you the best, but from what I understand, do not purchase any views because they do not count towards your view count. And he's 100% right. And I would not recommend buying views. We don't do it. We've never done it. Don't buy subscribers. Don't buy views. The way you get views is do exactly what we're saying right here. Find those titles that are outliers in your niche and then you recreate them, or take something that's worked in another niche and then straddle it and bring it over. That's what Carrie did. The one that we showed you with 118,000 views in 3 days. That's what she did. That wasn't in her niche. She took one from a different niche and brought it over and just adapted it, and boom, there you go.
And
so,
when she posted that, she was under 300 subscribers. Her highest video, I don't even think hit 1,000 views. And she's now over 5,000 subscribers from that one video.
Yep. And that's going to be growing. So, yeah. And I mean, yeah, she's going to do phenomenal. And I am so happy for her. And I am so proud of her. And I can't wait to continue to work with her because she is, she's going to crush it. All right. So let me see here. I do have some notes here. So what did I cover here? Yeah. Talked about the title, talked about the thumbnail, talked about the intro. Bottom line is, that's the 3 things that I would focus on. And that's all I would focus on. Like right now, I wouldn't think about how you can cheat the system, how you can, find a title that is getting more search traffic. Right now, search traffic is great. It's still there. And we've got a strategy for doing that, but it's a long-term strategy. If you want to really get momentum, you want to really get it quick, it's going to be going and doing the microviral route. Right. And that's what we're calling this microviral, because we're not looking to hit 1 million views. We're looking to hit 25,000 views, 50,000 views. Our first video that went microviral for us, I believe we had under 1,000 subscribers, and our video crossed 30,000 views. And that video, I believe it got us 1,500 subscribers. And I believe it got us like 2,000 watch time hours. But that video is what, boom, it took off. And then guess what? It kind of throttled down. And I think it's still right around 30-some thousand. But that really built momentum for our channel. And it helped us get to monetization. And then from there, we kept trying to improve. How can we come at this from different angles? Can we try a different topic? If a topic takes, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to say, okay, how can we repeat this? And by the way, guys, this is exactly what we're going to be doing this weekend. Like Scotty and I are rolling up our sleeves, opening up our data, our analytics, and we're diving into this stuff. Whether you are going to join us or not, we're doing it. Okay. Because we want to reverse engineer what's worked and we want to give it our best effort. And now we're going to let people sit in on this and be a fly on the wall, but also not just a fly on the wall, because we're going to open it up for questions. And if you want any help with yours, we'll be there to help you. It's going to be what we're calling micro viral weekend, because that's what we're looking at doing. Like just focusing on how can we recreate a micro viral video and how can we help you do it too. So if you're interested in that, micro in the comments, or you can just go to the description. It might be there by the time you watch this. And if it's after Saturday, it just won't be available because we're not going to like record it and resell it. This is going to be like a one-off thing. So if you're interested, if you can't attend live, it's okay. We will give you the recording if you grab a ticket, but we're just not going to be like recording it and then making it available for like a workshop sale later. All right. So I think that's what I got, Scotty. I shared pretty much everything that I had there. If we have any quick questions, we can address those in the comments. And yeah, if you had any questions about the micro viral weekend, let us know. We can answer those while we're here live. But let's see here. I'm just looking here. Did I have one down here? Yeah, no problem, Todd. Appreciate you showing up. And Todd says 7 videos averaging 50 views, just starting out. Guess what, Todd? We had the same thing. The first 2 months was about 50 views. That's what it was. That's the key though, guys. We got to keep going. We got to keep taking those at bats. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Nini Kid or Kitty's TV. Give him a little shout out. Give him a little love. Let's see here. All right.
I've created 5+ videos and wondering if better to release them all at once to take advantage of playlist or trickle. Not I wouldn't just do them like back to back to back to back, like on the same day. But what I would do is just like, let's say if you already created them, then I'd get them out as soon as possible. But depending, and what I mean by depending is like if one video starts to take and you notice it. So like when I say get them out as soon as possible, I would do like you have 5, I would do maybe like every other day. But if you notice like one video is taking a second day and it's going microviral, we do something where we let it breathe, we say. So we give it an extra day to breathe to get some more views. So that way we don't, just in case, we don't want to take away from that by putting a new video out and then YouTube kind of like taking that down and flatlining. And that playlist is always going to be added to, right? So like it's not that big of a deal right now to stack it all yet. I would just, every time you post a video, add to it. I mean, that's how we started, right? We were doing probably 3 videos a week and we would just add to that playlist as we go. It wasn't like, oh, we got to add them all to go to the playlist. Like,
No,
I know a lot of people say, oh, build that playlist up because you're going to get more views for binging and stuff like that. It's true, but that's not necessarily how you're going to get all your views from. Okay. Like it's a good little bonus, but it's not going to have all your videos now get, 10,000 views because you put it in a playlist.
Yeah, no. Wood Hippie says, great live. See you this Saturday. Cool. Awesome. See you then. Panda, 1 week channel, 8 subs, 2 shorts, but stuck in 1,000 views. I would hold off on the shorts. If you're new to our channel, we don't really advise doing shorts unless you have a bunch of long form going, unless you just want shorts channel. But we're big on just going after the long tail, or I'm sorry, the long form, because it's going to allow you to get a longer viewer or a viewer to watch longer, which is also going to help with your watch time. Should I put hashtags in title and description and tags in tag area? We have stopped putting tags in the tagged area. Not that we won't do it again, but we've just not done it. And the results have been as good, if not better. We don't put hashtags in the title and we don't put them in the description. So hopefully that answered your question. Let's see here. Less than 60 hashtags total in a playlist is what I read from the tube. Apparently it was a picture of the policy. Yeah, I don't know if that was just a response to someone else. Let's see. Thought I saw one other one in here. All right. Well, if there's no other questions, guys, we're going to rock and roll on out of here. But I will remind you guys, if you are interested in joining us this Saturday, that's going to be May 17th. And that is going to be, we're going to be doing it at 12 p.m. Eastern time. We plan to go a couple of hours and we're just going to be basically rolling up our sleeves, opening up our laptop and diving into our analytics of our top performing videos, our microviral ones. And then we're going to be breaking it down. We're going to be creating our own plan. What are going to be the topics that we're going to be covering next to try to replicate this? What are our titles going to be? What are our thumbnail ideas going to be? And then we're also going to be looking at some of our students that have went microviral and we're going to be unpacking their videos as well. And the hopes are that you're going to benefit by watching us and listening to us brainstorm through this process. So you know what to look at in your analytics, but also to get ideas of what you can do, even if you don't have the analytics yet. Because I know some people said, I don't have enough videos to get in enough analytics for my channel. No, piggyback off someone else that does have the analytics. That's the hopes here, is for you to piggyback off of this. Okay. The one student that we talked about, actually 2 of them, there's Blaze and there's Carrie. Both of them, they didn't have a lot of data because their channel was not that big. And they had videos that were getting, 100 views, 200 views. But then now they got one that popped. Now they're getting more data. Okay. And the reason why they were able to do that is because they piggybacked off of a title and a topic that did well. Okay. Yep. And that's the key. That's the goal. All right. So if you're interested in joining us, micro in the comments or go to the description. We'd love to see you there. And if not, that's cool too, but just promise us that you're going to focus on these areas. Focus on getting a video to pop and go microviral. And I'm telling you, it will change everything for your channel. You'll get so much momentum, and it'll change this up here. It'll change your mental game because you're like, okay, good. This is working. This actually is worth my time. All right. So, all right, guys, that's it. That's going to wrap it up. As always, take care, take action, have an awesome, amazing day. And we look forward to seeing you on another live, or maybe we'll see you this weekend. Take care, guys.